Good
Good
morning,
morning, GSA.
GSA.
I'm Vivienne.
I'm Adriana,
I'm Sonia.
and we, along with the rest of the 8th grade class, are your co-hosts.
Happy
Friday.
Friday!
We are super excited to be part of the GSA community during distance learning.
We are all feeling a little stressed out and emotional right now, but it's important to stay positive, so here's a dad joke to get you through the day. Because of the pandemic, I will only be telling inside jokes.
The word of the week is authenticity. Authenticity means being true to one's personality, character, values, beliefs, and principles, a genuine expression of your true self.
Here's why it's important. If you aren't authentic, people won't trust you as much because authenticity and trust go hand in hand. If you don't practice authenticity, then you aren't being true to yourself and you're lying about who you are. It is important to be authentic and genuine. Standing confidently in your own skin can sometimes feel challenging in our world. Proudly telling our individual, unique stories is where we can start to embrace authenticity.
The book of the month is The Day You Begin by Jacqueline Woodson, illustrated by Rafael Lopez. Listen for the idea of authenticity as Vivian reads to us.
The day you begin. There will be times when you walk into a room and no one there is quite like you. Maybe it will be your skin, your clothes, or the curl of your hair. There will be times when no one understands the way words curl from your mouth, the beautiful language of the country you left behind. My name is Roberto. We just moved here from Venezuela. And because they don't understand, the classroom will fill with laughter until the teacher quiets everyone. Roberto, from Venezuela. Your teacher says so soft and beautifully that your name and homeland sound like flowers blooming the first bright notes of a song. There will be times when the words don't come. Your own voice, once huge, now smaller. When the teacher asks, "What did you do last summer?" Tell the class your story. We went to France. Shyla says, "These shells came from a beach in Maine." A boy named Jonathan holds out a jar filled with tiny shells so fragile they look like they'll turn to dust in your own untraveled hands. My whole family went to India, Spain, South Carolina, each souvenir a small triumph of a journey. Their travels going on and on. As you stand in front of that room, you can only remember how the heat waved as it lifted off the curb, and your days spent at home caring for your little sister, who made you laugh out loud and hugged you hard at nap time. You can only remember the books you kept on reading long after she had fallen to sleep. In that room where no one else is quite like you, you'll look down at your own empty hands and wonder, what good is this when other students were flying and sailing and going somewhere? There will be times when the lunch your mother packed for you is too strange or too unfamiliar for others to love as you do. When even your own friend Nadia will wrinkle her nose and say, "What's in there anyway?" And you'll wonder how she doesn't see the rice beneath the meat and kimchi. You'll wonder why she doesn't remember that rice is the most popular food in the world. There will be times when the climbing bars are too high, the run is too fast and far, the game isn't one you can ever really play. I don't want him on our team. You can watch. Maybe you can have a turn later? There will be times when the world feels like a place that you're standing all the way outside. And all that stands beside you is your own brave self, steady as steel and ready, even though you don't yet know what you're ready for. There will be times when you walk into a room and no one there is quite like you until the day you begin to share your stories. My name is Angelina, and I spent my whole summer with my little sister. You tell the class your voice, stronger than it was a minute ago. reading stories and telling stories, and even though we were right on our block, it was like we got to go everywhere. Your name is like my sister's, Roberto says. Her name is Angelina too. And all at once, in the room where no one else is quite like you, the world opens up itself a little wider to make some space for you. This is the day you begin to find the places inside your laughter and your lunches, your books, your travel, and your stories, where every new friend has something a little like you, and something else so fabulously not quite like you at all.
I love how in this book it shows that everyone can feel unsure of themselves at times, but starting with the real, true story of yourself is always the best way to go.
One of the reasons I love being a student at the GSA is because it gives me a place and community where I can grow into my true, beautiful, and authentic self.
Now for our showcase challenge this week. Let's take a look at the fun new things that you learned this summer.
It's great seeing all the ways that everyone was able to make the most out of an unusual summer. This week's showcase challenge is to decorate a rock.
Here are some simple instructions if you are new at rock decorating.
First, pick a rock that looks good for decorating.
You can decorate your rock using paint or markers. Sharpies work pretty well, but you might want to do a white base coat. If you're having trouble coming up with an idea, maybe try to include an important word that shows a part of your true, authentic self.
Here are some inspirational rocks made by the 8th grade class and Miss Lorna. If you want us to show your rocks during community meeting next week, please email a picture to media@thegirlschool.org by Wednesday night.
Now let's sing Happy Birthday for Aliana Rodriguez in 7th and Maggie Gravette in 7th.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Aliana and Maggie. Happy birthday to you.
You know what time it is. Showtime! But it's also time to sing the school song. Make sure to sing along with us with enthusiasm. Look alive, people! Look alive!